Did you know the quality of coffee grinds that you use can change how your coffee extracts, how it looks, and how it tastes? Hey coffee family, this is a simple coffee educational video where we are going to be exploring why the quality of your coffee grinds matter a lot, how they influence the taste and flavor that you get in your final cup of coffee. For the many years that I have worked as a barista and also trained many baristas, I have noticed that many home baristas and beginner baristas struggle when making coffee because they use poor quality of coffee grinds. Due to these three barista common mistakes. Mistake number one is using pre-grinded coffee. Whenever you pre-grind coffee and keep it for a very long time, it deoxidizes very fast. This means that coffee loses the freshness and the flavors and aroma within a short period of time. This is why it's not advisable for you to grind your coffee and keep it for a very long time. Mistake number two is using the wrong grind size. Most people use a wrong grind size because they don't have a coffee grinder that can grind coffee for the different brew methods. If you use a wrong grind size for a different brew method, you're going to end up with uneven extraction because each brew method has a specific grind size that is going to help you to extract the best flavors into your cup of coffee. And mistake number three, this is the most common one, is using a low quality coffee grinder or a blade coffee grinder. A low quality coffee grinder will produce inconsistent coffee particles. These inconsistent particles, some of them will be big and some of them will be very small. And this is what is going to make it very challenging for you to have a good extraction of the right flavors into your cup of coffee. So even if you buy good quality coffee beans, but you can't properly grind it and have those consistent particles, it's going to be a struggle for you as a home barista, a beginner barista. Even if you have a lot of experience, but you don't have a good coffee grinder, it's going to be impossible for you to make a good cup of coffee. And for you to fix these common mistakes, you need a good quality coffee grinder. And I'm going to be guiding you on what you should look for if you're choosing your ideal coffee grinder. Here's a checklist of things that you should look for in a coffee grinder. 1. It's the consistency of the particles. 2. Your coffee grinder should grind very fast. And 3. You should have an all-in-one coffee grinder if you don't have different coffee grinders. You should find a coffee grinder that can grind espresso, AeroPress, V60, French press, Chemex, and even cold brew. Number 4, you need a coffee grinder that doesn't make a lot of noise. Next, you need a coffee grinder which is budget friendly. This is key because you don't need to spend all your money to have a good quality coffee grinder. I have a small but mighty coffee grinder that I would like to test with you guys in this video. It costs around $200 and it has everything that we have put in our checklist above. This is so tiny. Look at it. You can spend $200 and have a good quality coffee grinder just like this. This is the Geimori T38 Plus. This small coffee grinder is really amazing. It is very fast and powerful with the 38mm chronic burrs inside. It has 65 grind settings that you can adjust from, producing consistent particles with zero retention and easy to operate by all levels of baristas. We are going to be testing it out in real time. I'm going to be showing you how this coffee grinder works. With the size of the particles, how long it takes to grind coffee. Let's see if this coffee grinder can match our expectation of a perfect coffee grinder for you as a home barista, a professional barista working in a small coffee shop like a coffee truck or a mobile coffee shop barista, and can grind from espresso until cold brew. So let's start by testing our particles for espresso. I'm going to be using grind size 15 for my shot of espresso. So I measure 18 grams. Oh, sorry. 18.3. I need 18, so that's my 18 grams. I'll grind it. So my coffee is done. This is how my particles are looking for my espresso. Fine, like powdered sugar. Let me transfer it to my pot filter and I'll make a shot of espresso. For you to make a good shot of espresso, pack preparation is key. Distributing and tamping very well your coffee to create that compact bed is what will help you to have also a good extraction. Just like this. This espresso, the way it's extracting, it looks ideal. And I'm sure this is going to be a good tasting shot of espresso. This is my shot of espresso. With its appearance, it really looks amazing. And when I taste it, I can have all the flavors. It's a well-balanced shot of espresso, which is ideal for me. Now, let's try it with a pour-over coffee. And I'm going to be trying it with a V60 because it's the most popular pour-over currently. I'm going to be grinding my V60 on grind side 40. I'm going to be using 18 grams as the dose for my V60. So I weigh out 18 grams. Let's test this coffee grinder on how long it takes it to grind 18 grams. So I need exactly 18. So 18.1, 18. So I add it in my coffee grinder. The moment I press the start button to grind, I start also my timer. Almost done. "24 seconds. My coffee is done grinding. So that's not bad for such a small coffee grinder, finishing to grind 18 grams of coffee under 25 seconds. It's really amazing. And our particles. So now this is my coffee grind size for size 40. So if you look at this particle, is the same size as table salt, and this is what we are going to be using for our V60. Now let's brew the V60. I'll start by adding in my 18 grams into my V60. I'm not going to be showing you the full process of making the V60 because I have already made a video about it that I'll link in the description. But here's what you should look for: the blooming of the coffee. Look at these particles, how they are blooming. They are evenly degassing and removing the air. Then I pour my V60 in 3 intervals. I use a ratio of 1:15. And my brew time is between 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes. It's the same one that I've used, and now let's test it out. For a V60, it's going to give you a very clean, well-balanced, flavor-filled cup of coffee. I also made a test of brewing coffee using a French press, using a coarse grind size. The results were mind-blowing. It gave me the right cup of coffee using my French press. I'm not going to be showing it to you because I don't want this video to be long. But if you want to know how to make a good French press, check it out. I've already made a full detailed video on how you can make a good French press with their ideal grind size for the French press, and you'll be able to have a good tasting cup of coffee just like this. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do, and like this video so that YouTube can recommend it to other coffee lovers. Now you can judge this coffee grinder. I need your honest opinion if this coffee grinder is worth it $200. And if you want to know more about this exact coffee grinder, I'll link it in the description below. You'll check it out after the end of this video. Now here's what causes the bitter, sour, watery or unbalanced flavor in your cup of coffee. If you don't have a proper way of grinding your coffee and have those consistent particles, you are going to encounter a very fast extraction of your coffee. This coffee is going to taste sour and watery. And if you're grinding on a fine grind size with no consistency in the particles, you'll have more fines in your coffee grinds. This is going to cause a very slow extraction of your coffee, and that's one of the reasons that is going to cause the bitterness and burnt taste in your cup of coffee. This is how the quality of your coffee grinds can influence your coffee extraction and the taste. And by understanding that a good quality coffee grinder is key if you want to have good extraction of your coffee. So if you want to know more about coffee grinding, the difference between a bar coffee grinder and a blade coffee grinder, and a full guide on a coffee grind chart, which coffee grind size is recommended for a specific blow method, this is the full knowledge that you're going to need to make a good cup of coffee. And this is why I would recommend for you to watch this video next for a compact video about grind size.